experience at Staffordshire has got to be one of connectivity. Our strategy is all about being connected, and that's about students having the opportunity to come together in learning communities with staff and students. The use of technology in the learning space has evolved so rapidly of late, and to me the key in our learning spaces is about interactive learning. It's about making sure that it's discursive and that students have all of the information out there available at their fingertips, and therefore access to a range of technologies and different ways of sharing their learning is really important within any learning space.
Following the arrival of a new Vice-Chancellor, she had a different approach to learning, away from traditional teaching methods towards a more collaborative and flexible approach.
The project at Staffordshire University involved about 40 rooms spread over a number of buildings. The main one was Beacon, which was a brand new build. We probably did about 12 rooms in Beacon. All of these were interactive screens, no traditional projection systems at all in that space. So we introduced the collaborative type of learning systems with the 80-inch interactives on the wall. We did a lot of refurbishment in the Cadman building over the road. They were more the traditional type of rooms with ceiling mount projectors. The big one for me was Mellor over the road, which we introduced a social space on the 5th floor. They call the area Digital Kiln. This is where we had the 9-screen video wall and 6 interactive pod systems with local screens, as well as the audio system in there.
The digital kiln has been designed as a social collision space, so it's very informal, but it has the ability to be formal as well. So it's designed for people just to turn up with the technology, sit down and work in groups. You can work in large groups. There's very social spaces and social aspects to the kiln. So you don't necessarily need to sit in front of a monitor. There's soft seating as well as formal seating. And the room works in several different modes. It's got a 9-screen video wall at one end, so it's great for presentation, but then there are 6 collaborative areas where students can work together using their own technology or the technology that we supply. So the main difference between our new and our old classrooms is that the new classrooms are designed around active and collaborative learning, participative learning. Traditional classrooms generally were in rows with a single point of projection. Now we use different types of furniture to make sure that students can collaborate and work easily together. All of the furniture is on wheels, so we can move it around and reconfigure space. I think the important step forward with a move towards touchscreen technology, it makes it a much more dynamic tool from a learning and teaching perspective.
The room in general feels more spacious. I think that the aspect of having rows of tables upon rows makes it quite crowded. I think it's also because we can move tables and chairs around. It makes it a lot easier to set the room in different configuration if we need to. Probably easier to do role play. I like also the small table and the group aspect. Instead of having the traditional row by row type of approach with the students, it's really good to actually be able to get them to work in smaller groups. It makes it in between, I'd say, a traditional academic environment, but also a business environment.
So the node rooms, they are individual chairs for each student, which has its own desk space. And within the rooms, we have several writing surfaces. So I think the key was probably low technology. We've still got the touch screen in the rooms, but we also have various whiteboards or writing surfaces around the room. We've got some of these smart cap boards on trolleys, and we have the new MC squared tiled whiteboard system. So on the wall it looks like a normal whiteboard, but then it's separated into individual tiles that the students can sit at their chairs with, or they can work in a group on.
This type of environment is going to be very important. I mean, in the all overview of what academia is now, we need to be a lot more digital, and we need to be able to allow our students to actually learn how to behave and how to actually use all this digital technology, so that they can be more employable, that they can actually learn better, they can be smarter in terms of the way they're learning and the way they're delivering what they've learned. So that goes a long way to help our students being more digitally aware and minded and capable as well.
Pure AV was our selected integrator for this project, and we've worked very closely with them across the last 6 or 7 months to design and deliver the Beacon building and the rest of the campus transformation. It's been incredibly challenging because we have changed significantly in our specification, and we were supported all the way through. And although we've been very demanding, all of the demands that we've made, Pure have been able to meet and deliver on time. So the building opened on time and everything was working from our point of view. That was exceptional.